SMT Nation, we back. Nation, big networking news and updates out of Verizon. Let me tell you guys what's going on, what you need to look out for, and what it means to us as customers and consumers of these networks. We've got developments across the country. I'm going to tell you guys where this particular speed test came from and what it means to us. All right, so this is actually from a Twitter account that a personal friend of the SMT YouTube channel. Big shout out to Chuck, and he shared some of the things he's been seeing over the last 24 hours. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle at sneedtech in the description. You guys can follow us there and check out what we got going on. Also in the description, there's some other stuff. If you want to support your creators and do us a solid and show your appreciation for the content, buy us a coffee. Link is in the description. There's other ways to support us too. Check them all out down there in the description box. Also, you can use our partner link, mintmobile.com/sneed, and take advantage of their great value in their plans, phone promotions, and all their great offers. Go ahead and use the link. It's in the description. Save those ducats, and you'll be supporting the channel. Okay, so here's what we got going on. This testing was done, I'm assuming, 10 a.m. All right, I don't see much strain on the network. I think we're showing kind of the peak throughput of this particular tower site. Probably not much usage on it at this moment in time, but you can see there is a ton of capacity on this sector. All right, we have a C-band 100 megahertz channel of N77. You'll see the 5G UW in the upper right hand corner of the screenshot, and we've got some really great speed here. 1,197 megabits down and 113 megabits up. 23 ping, 10 jitter, with loaded latencies for downlink at 317 and uplink at 59. That is a pretty well optimized connection. Very nice by Verizon. All right, now the big deal about this is previously, this type of N77 bandwidth wasn't available. So now Verizon's got 100 megahertz available in the St. Louis market. Now, this is an iPhone. I'm sure an S23 possibly might be able to use the rest of the spectrum that's available in aggregation. Maybe, I don't know if what they have in St. Louis, maybe 140 or 160 megahertz possibly. But that would be even faster. Right, so we've got 100 megahertz of C-band after the full clearance of all C-band nationwide. You're going to be seeing 100 megahertz of A block C-band for Verizon, plus the B block that they own, which in some markets is 40, 60, 80, or 100 megahertz. And then AT&T, they cleared the rest of their B block, or I should say all of their B block. They gave Verizon back theirs, and then they got their C block as well. So what we're starting to see is every carrier now has access to all their bandwidth. It's an ongoing process. Engineers within each of the respective markets are on a scheduled timeline to retune radios and, scale up the bandwidth. So this is what we're going to be seeing here in the coming days. You guys can watch this happen literally in front of your eyes. If you're a top 46 market, a top 46 PEA, it's going to happen this week. The rest of the year, you're going to see more and more markets getting more spectrum. And obviously, it's going to really be about Verizon upgrading across the country. All the old towers that still need to be upgraded and modernized need to have all of those radios and antennas installed. And they also obviously need, fiber optic circuits upgraded as well. So there's all those things going on. But this is what you're going to see, folks. Almost 1,200 megabits down. Now, what does this mean? Does this mean Chuck is now like king of speed tests? No, that's not what it's really about. It's about you having access to so much capacity that you can do more things with it. 5G home internet, right? You can get that. You could hotspot your devices. Let's say you want to, go out to the park and work from the park, or, work from another remote location. You don't want to be tethered to your house or your desk. You can take the show on the road and you can hotspot your laptop off of your phone, having confidence that the ultra-wideband network will be able to support that type of thing. Maybe you've got to go on a road trip with the family, and they're going to be watching Netflix or watching movies and stuff. You can provide that, by having all that additional throughput. There's so much more you can do now with respect to your connectivity if you're a Verizon customer. So this is great to see. You're going to probably see a lot of these 1 gigabit per second speed tests in a lot of places across the country now. And, I said this before, T-Mobile, who has enjoyed, that really nice 5G lead, right? Getting that 5G stimulus package from the T-Mobile and Sprint merger. But now it's basically the window of opportunity is closed, right? Verizon and AT&T, with that respect, have their C-band, and now they can put it all on air, and they're all basically going to be the same. You're not going to see that much difference. Right? Median download speeds for Verizon are probably going to double, or I should say increase by about 50%. Right? So I think some of the median download speeds we've been seeing is like 130 megabits or something like that. You're probably going to see it go to like 180, 190, maybe 200 megabits. And then through the rest of the year, it'll continue to increase. And T-Mobile's will increase too, but much slower. It's not going to be as dramatic as, say, Verizon or even AT&T. But it's good to see, very welcomed for a lot of people. Better networks, more capacitive, and more enjoyable. And something we've learned after the earnings report last week from Hans, the CEO of Verizon, he said churn rate where C-band is deployed is much lower, right? So, and I'm guessing they can also add more customers, right? Because of the different services and quality of service they can offer with this spectrum. Huge developments, folks. Tell me about your area. Tell me what you're seeing, what type of bandwidth, what type of speeds, and what you're doing with this new throughput. You guys know me. I'm using the 5G home. I use it all the time, and it's great. It's been a welcomed, asset in my arsenal of connections. Hashtag Verizon, hashtag 5G, hashtag 5GUW for all the real ones that watch this all the way through. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions on all of this. You're all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.